Cuphead is a classic run-and-gun action game, where run-and-gun levels are a literal work of Satan, heavily focused on boss battles. Inspired by cartoons from the ancient year of 2020, with the devs forgetting that you can use a graphic tablet to draw, and the soundtrack so good it makes me want to go back to 1960s and get shot by the Mafia. In this game, made by Studio Might Dig Hard right now, you play as one of the dumbest duos in the gaming history. Cuphead and the Mugging Dude. That's right, you can play this game co-op, if you have friends that is. Not me though, I had to hire this guy off of backrooms for the low price of not stabbing him. Cosplay a loan shark and walk across 3 different islands of Detroit, the Green Hills, and Clown Fiesta.
McDonald's is always fucking up my order, bro. I asked for Sprite and they gave me clown juice.
The game started development in 2010 and came out in 2017. Do you wanna know why it took them so long to release this game? Not because of the beautiful hand-drawn animations, not because of all the creative and challenging boss fights. All of that is wrong. It's actually because the director cared about the health of his employees. What a fucking loser. So the story is pretty simple. You have here 2 absolute idiots named Cuphead and Mugman with their grandpa Kettle. And after wandering too far from their hidden leaf village, they end up in the Stake.com casino. After playing for a bit, they didn't lose once, and none other than XUC decided to join in on the game, raising the stakes. The boys bet their lives, and the devil bets his casino. But surely they would not bet their lives in a game against Devil himself. Cuphead tosses the dice. He loses miserably. And with that, there's now only one way to repay the devil. They must beat every person that is indebted to the devil and bring him their souls. But how would they even do that? They're just normal cubs. Don't worry, Grandpa got you covered. With your newly acquired lean powers, you can challenge around 2 bosses, beating which unlocks paths to more bosses. The boss fights in this game go something like this. You're on the left side and the boss is on the right side. You have a little P-shirt that does like 1 damage and also 3 HP. Get hit 3 times and you're donezo. Bob, weave, jump and dash to dodge enemies' attacks. Just don't dodge into the enemy because invincibility frames don't exist here. From time to time, some of the enemies' attacks become pink. That means they're parryable. And if you time your jump just right, you will be able to parry that attack and fill up your super meter. Use up 1 bar of super meter for a super attack that deals 2 damage instead. You can also parry a deceased comrade's soul to revive them. All of that is nice and cool, right? Well, here come the plane levels to fuck everything up. There's 1 or 2 per island, and statistically more than 50% of them are fucking dog shit. You are this plane right here, equipped with a machine gun, so you have to relive your World War I experience. And I don't know if it's on purpose or what kind of trauma did planes induce on Studio MDHR, but them levels in this game are pure AIDS. Like, dude, what the fuck is happening? Why can't I move? Wait, she kinda bad though. With that, we can talk about the bosses in this game, which there are enough. I'm not really sure how many, I can't really count that high. And each boss has a unique way of shitting on you each time you die. To add insult to injury, you can also see just how far you were from finishing that boss. Did you know that Cuphead and Mugman don't really have to kill their opponents to get their contracts? Even so, they cause at least 2 deaths throughout the game. This little blue ball of happiness, which we skillfully murdered, and this turkey that gets eaten by its doctors as per Great American custom. I really enjoy the characters in this game. I already said more than enough about Medusa, my beloved, but there are many more that piqued my interest. The funny dancing girl, a really familiar sunflower, and a straight up pack of fruits. Chalice is a recurring character that helps out our protagonists. By finishing the tasks inside her dungeon, you get special powers, the most useful of which is the Dragon Ball Beam that deals insane damage but costs all your super cards. Another character that you see quite often is Minecraft Pig. Morshu here is the only way for you to acquire new weapons and perks. I won't talk about all of them cause that would be fucking boring, just the ones I like.
Bombs?
Sprite is actual aimbot. You use this one when you can't be bothered to aim or you just can't aim. The downside being that you deal less damage than a mosquito bite. Ketchup is a real man's weapon that lets you and your enemy get up close and personal. The closer you are, the more damage you deal. The downside is you have to be in the breathing distance of your enemy, so all of those restraining orders are not really helping. Some attacks are really hard or impossible to dodge with that shit. Fanta is by far the best weapon in the entire game. I literally have no biases, I only used it for about the entire game. You press the shoot button to charge it up and release it when it's charged for one big attack. You give up your constant stream of attacks for insane burst damage. Now, onto the perks. Sugar makes you remove a part of your brain because you no longer need to time your jump to parry. It just does it for you. Smoke Bomb makes you remove a part of your brain because you no longer need to be wary of dashing into the enemies since you get invincibility frames. Heart gives you 1 more HP but also decreases the damage you deal, so essentially you are paying 3 coins to debuff yourself.
Capitalism at its finest!
Speaking of, how do you even get coins? Well, easy answer is get on the grind set and finish some run and gun levels. Run gun levels have 5 coins somewhere inside them that you can collect. You run from point A to point B while swarms of enemies appear out of thin air. The reason I avoided talking about them is quite simple. They make my brain hurt. Run and gun benefits when you play it carefully and wait. I'm not good at that. When the time comes to wait a little, I just... And most of the time it doesn't end all that well. Music in this game pops off on a different level. Most of the music in this video has been taken from it. Have a listen. The Cuphead's official YouTube channel has a couple videos on how the music was created and other details, you should check it out. Cuphead is a great game, give it a try, I'm not giving you an option. Invite a friend that you hate and let them play on mouse and keyboard while you have a controller. Clear some bosses, rage a little, play run and gun, rage a little more. Enjoy yourself. At the end of the day, no matter how many bad things I said, this game is way better than Dark Souls for one thing. I don't have to run to the boss for 30 minutes each time I die.
Сука, блядь.